Hello, and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin as we are, heading, or let's say heading towards a new trading week, still weekend, but there hasn't really been much movement on the Bitcoin chart in the last 24 hours, and Saturday was quite slow. Typical Saturday, that's okay. Also, the markets can sometimes just calm down and relax. It was an interesting week, and today also not much happened, at least not yet, but because we're heading into a new, or let's say towards a new trading week and towards the weekly candle close, expect some price action as we're getting closer to that. Typically happens, and just bear in mind, I think here on the daily chart that we are hovering just in a resistance area and just below the descending trend line of the range in which the price has been moving since March. I mean, while an absolute direct breakout and rally to 80, 90K is possible, what could happen, and that's actually what I'm watching for, is a rally and then a rejection. So I think we will get at least the risk is high. I mean, I can't predict the future. I'm not not a prophet. But I can tell you that from an Elliott Wave point of view, Blue Wave 1, which I explained in the last few days in detail, this possible 5-wave move, which is rather bullish, is technically complete, could stretch a bit higher, but that would certainly warn us at least that a fake out is likely, which means, okay, we're just working on that 5th wave to the upside. We get it completed and then start the wave 2 pullback, which is normally a 3-wave move, well, always a 3-wave move, but typically an ABC structure, like a zigzag correction where the A wave can be quite sharp. Then we get a B wave dead cat bounce and then the C wave down. So that can happen. In the white scenario, which is sort of my preferred one, as explained, but they are both very similar. But in the white scenario, we also have a 1, 2, but then this is an ABC in wave 3, which could stretch a little bit higher, possibly to 73,600 roughly, maybe even higher. But that would be the first ideal target for this wave 3. Then we could get a wave 4 corrective pullback to form a higher low, and then one more high to form a higher high. And then we have 5 waves up, but also here, if that 3rd wave is done, it could send us down lower again. But because we have a first 5-wave move up, even if it's not my preferred scenario, it appears that Bitcoin is on its way to 100K plus. Now, again, don't think I'm bearish, but I'm just highlighting the potential of a fake out after a breakout, because a lot of people will escalate, get euphoric if we see that breakout. Yeah. And typically with Elliott Wave, we can be positioned before a breakout. So you might remember my announcement from 2 weeks ago where I shared the setup and the potential to scale into this support area, which was here, which I've removed now, to get positioned before a possible breakout. Okay, a lot of people trading or chasing breakouts. Well, that's fine if you have, if you have an edge, if you know what you're doing. But for many people, trading breakouts is difficult because there's usually higher risk and there can be fake outs. Now, don't get me wrong, with pullback trades, there can be breaks of supports as well, but they don't hurt that much because you're already in a support zone. So if it breaks, you're already much closer to an invalidation point. If you trade the breakout, you're far away from invalidation points and usually from support levels as well, unless you find a good technical level on the micro that you can use as a stop. But that's pretty much it, right? That's the daily chart. So looking for higher prices overall with the potential for pullbacks. And if those pullbacks happen to form higher lows, then they can be opportunities. Now, looking at the very short term, Bitcoin, I keep this short because Bitcoin hasn't really done anything over the last couple of days. Bitcoin is just moving sideways. And this here, the move up that started on Thursday looks a little bit like a diagonal pattern. So that we say, okay, maybe this is a wave 1, this is a wave 2, 3, maybe another 4 to come, wave 5 to complete a larger third. And this is how it can help us to get to that sort of 73.5 to 74.5K area. But again, that's the micro. The blue count that I just showed you on the daily chart is technically complete, so it doesn't need to go any higher, but latest price action suggests we could and we should, especially as long as we're holding above that Thursday low, and the key level here is located at 66,650. So I think today we have to be watching for possible upside breakout signals above the red line, which you can see on the daily chart, but here on the 1 hour chart as well. This would signal continuation to the upside, getting closer to that 70k level, 73.5k and so on. But if we see a break below the Thursday low, we have to be cautious and have to watch price action very closely to determine, okay, could this all still be part of a rally? Or have we started the pullback? And that would not be bearish. It would rather be the focus would shift to this support area on the daily. That's located between 53k and 60k pretty much. That's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.